Well, for Where Soldiers Come From, I went up to my hometown, which is in the northern tip of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. And the main motivation at the time was to make a film about rural America. I wanted to tell a story about growing up in a small town that was more universal and, kind of countered some of the stereotypes out there in film and television about rural America. I think a lot of portrayals tend to be somewhat simplistic and with stereotypes. So that was the main motivation. And then I was looking for story ideas in the local paper, and I read about the local National Guard unit. So I went to one of their monthly trainings, because the National Guard is not active duty, it's just once a month until they get deployed. So I went to one of their monthly trainings, and that's where I met Dominic, and he's the main person in the film. And we just started talking, and I said, and we just started talking at the monthly training, and he said I joined after high school, and he was 19 at the time when I met him. So he said I joined last year after high school, and these are all my friends from childhood, and we all joined together. And he pointed to a big group of other 19-year-old kids, and I thought that would be really interesting to follow this group of friends who are at this time in their life where they're kind of trying to figure out what to do next, and trying to change their situation without a lot of resources. So the film really began as a coming-of-age story in that way. We didn't know they were going to be deployed to Afghanistan. At the time, there was no talk of that. That was sort of in the background. It's a possibility, but we didn't really know. And so it really started out just sort of following their normal lives as teenagers, kind of trying to figure out what to do with their lives. And so in that way, it's a real portrayal of them as kids. It was a real coming-of-age story and a portrayal of them and their families in this small town. And then about a year and a half into filming, they found out they were going to be deployed to Afghanistan. So then, the film became something else. But I still think it's a coming-of-age film, but it's not. It's kind of a coming-of-age film in the context of war.